Hey everyone, welcome to the Harley Funk Wrestling Show. I am Harley Funk. Today we're going to be talking about a recent pay-per-view from the WWE, Wrestlemania Backlash 2022. Not Backlash, but Wrestlemania Backlash, just so we can make things confusing. So, WrestleMania Backlash took place in Providence, Rhode Island at the Dunkin' Donuts Center on May 8th, 2022. This event's coming 24 hours after a ridiculously good Impact Wrestling pay-per-view entitled Under Siege. I do have a review out for that if you'd like to check that out. But let's take a look at this show. Let's see what I thought of it. Is this show good enough to top Under Siege? Guess we're just going to have to find out. Your opening match. First match, Cody Rhodes defeats Seth freaking Rollins, and they give him 20 minutes and 45 seconds to work with. So I was trolling around on Facebook. I saw Ian Rotten of IWA Mid-South and ECW fame on his Facebook called this series the modern day Ricky Steamboat Ric Flair. Well, I may not go that far. But yeah, the two matches that these two guys have had so far have been solid. In fact, actually, I thought this match here was fantastic and a great way to open the show. No, I don't put it in the same category as a Steamboat or a Flair, but WWE's producing some really good matches with Cody Rhodes right now. He's proving to be a very good acquisition to them. And you know what? I wouldn't have thought at last year's Backlash that our opening match on the next year's Backlash was going to include Cody Rhodes. I think we all just kind of assumed that he was going to end up being an AEW lifer, but he has really just brought the goods since coming back. You can tell he feels comfortable with his character, and you know, by the end of the year, he's going to be a world champion. There's no doubt in my mind. In fact, actually, I think he's getting the Money in the Bank this summer as well. And Seth Rollins, I'm not all in on his new character. It feels a bit forced, but Seth is still damn good in the ring. I've seen him since his Tyler Black days in Chicago. You know, I mentioned Ian Rotten earlier. I mean, I was quite the frequent person at his shows. I got to see really Tyler Black come up in the business. He's great in the ring. He had great chemistry with Cody Rhodes. They put together a fantastic match. And you know what? This one is worth going back and checking out. Rhodes wins with a roll-up after about 20 minutes. Your second match, Amos beats Bobby Lashley 8 minutes and 50 seconds. Now, I just can't get into Amos. I just can't. He's tall. He's awkward. He doesn't have that Andre the Giant presence about him. He doesn't even have the personality of like a Big Show or even a Great Khali. He's just, he's fucking elegante, guys. Maybe just a hair better than that. And, you know, Lashley should just never have split from MVP. He should never have gone face. Amos instead should have just been Lashley's bodyguard in the Hurt Business. Never should have broke that stable up. And that's how this should have played out. But WWE, of course, always likes to screw up a good thing. So we get a bad match. We've got another dud match after this on Raw. And it looks like we're getting another match at Hell in the Cell. This right now is the feud that will not die. This is a bad match. Your third match, Edge defeats AJ Styles, 16 minutes, 25 seconds. Stipulation on this match is Damian Priest is banned from ringside, even though he does play a little bit of a cameo in it. I haven't gotten into this Judgment Day stable either. Their promo the night after this on Raw just proves my point. This stable, it just doesn't feel cohesive. It feels very thrown together. None of these guys really feel like they have a purpose. But away from the stable, I guess, Edge and AJ Styles are both professionals. They know what they're doing in the ring. They put on a damn good match. You know, I dug the hell out of it. Edge's last or his latest run, whatever, he's been entertaining in the very least. I just don't think he needs to be winning any more world titles, and he should probably stay out of that main event picture for a while. Styles, once again, told you, dude's a pro. He can elevate me to a good match. And Rhea Ripley's the big unveil in this one. She joins the Judgment Day stable. I could care less so far. This stable needs to be standing for something other than going against keyboard warriors and bullshit like that. Either go full Ministry of Darkness with them or just drop the damn ankle. Like I said, this is just one of the most least cohesive stables I have seen so far, and they're talking about even adding more members to it. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. Your fourth match saw Ronda Rousey defeating Charlotte Flair in an I Quit match for the SmackDown Women's title. Match time on this one, 16 minutes, 35 seconds. Now, this was a solid match, good brawling. Ronda Rousey is actually really good at this whole wrestling thing, even though I'm not 100% on her as of yet. Charlotte may just be the best damn women's wrestler of all time. She throws a hell of a released German suplex in this match, something worth checking out. But yeah, I dug this one. I thought this was a good match, told a good story. I thought for the stipulation for it and to get Charlotte some time off, the right person went over. So yeah, no complaints. I mean, Ronda goes and sticks Charlotte's arm through the steel chair, puts her in an arm bar, supposedly gives her some kind of injury to kind of write her off TV for a little bit. You know, this is a good match. This is worth checking out. Your fifth match, Madcap Moss defeating Happy Corbin in 8 minutes and 40 seconds. Now, this is okay. It's an okay match. I'm not huge on either guy. I do like probably the Happy Corbin character the best out of all the stuff that Baron Corbin has done so far. Madcap Moss, I'm not sold on just of yet. The one thing I did notice in this match, I don't think I've actually never noticed it in any of his other matches so far, is he's actually really quick on his feet. Just even the way he runs the ropes. Dude's got a little bit of sprint to him. But that's really my only takeaway is, hey, the guy runs fast. Moss wins this match with a sunset flip. So now we're at your main event, the Bloodline, Roman Reigns, the Usos. They defeat Drew McIntyre and RK Bro. Match time, 22 minutes and 20 seconds. Going into the show, I was not happy with the bait and switch. You know, they were originally supposed to have the Unification Tag title match on with RK Bro and the Usos, and then suddenly it just got switched into the six-man. I wasn't happy then again about this match going on last. I really think the main event should have gone to Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair. Thought that was one of the ones that had one of the matches that had the best build, and this was just more of a six-man tag. In fact, it actually felt like a in-your-house six-man tag from back in the 90s. And you know, that's not always a bad thing. I just didn't find this to be the headlining match of this show. But all six men put in a solid effort. Reigns spears Riddle to get the win, and yeah, it was an enjoyable match. Like I said, I think I'm just hating on a little bit because it went on last, and it did give us the match that it promised in the leaks leading up to it, and I don't know. We'll see. It's not a bad match though. 22 minutes I've spent watching worse matches than this one. This show actually better than I thought it would be. It was not better than Impact Wrestling's Under Siege. So if you haven't checked that show out, go check that show out. Go check out my review. But this WrestleMania Backlash 2022 was a pleasant surprise. I think a lot of matches delivered on this show were just on paper. I thought that they might have disappointed. So yes, I am surprised. It was definitely a solid effort of a show. But let's go ahead and take a look back at the matches, see which one I enjoyed the most. Your last place, no surprise at all. Sixth spot goes to Bobby Lashley and Amos in the feud that will not die. Number 5, going to be Madcap Moss and Happy Corbin. Fourth spot's going to go to your main event six-man with RK Bro and Drew McIntyre against the Bloodline of Roman Reigns and the Usos. Third spot, AJ Styles and Edge. Your second place in this show is going to go to the Ronda Rousey Charlotte Flair I Quit match. But first place, and I'm telling you, Backlash is something with their opening matches. It seems like most of the Backlash shows I've watched, the opening match ends up taking the match of the night honors. This one is no different. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins tore it up, gets my nod for the best match of the show. So guys, I've got a lot more content coming up. I've got a lot more Backlash reviews coming up especially. If you want to stay up to date with my content, please do hit the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Guys, thanks for checking this out. See y'all next time.